are going to focus on a couple of races for tomorrow and mark your card on a couple of races that are being run, and they are televised tomorrow on Channel 4. Big day on Saturday as well, where the new one takes on Secanda. But we'll talk about tomorrow, the 210 at Cheltenham, Billy, and you've had a look at this, and so has John, but your views on this one?
Yeah, quick look. I mean, thankfully Cheltenham is not talking about moving to an all-weather surface, so we can enjoy the turf. There's going to be quite good ground, which is quite significant.
No, hold on. Before anyone has a bet, you've got to wait, because the forecast is terrible tomorrow.
Is it?
Now, you've said good ground. That's always good to soft officially. But the rain could come in, so before you have your bet, it's on RUK and most of the races are on Channel 4. You've got to wait before you have your bet. You can't assume good ground because the forecast is really awful for tomorrow over the Cheltenham.
Okay, so if it's going to get softer over there,
I mean, I hate trying to guess weather.
Yes, I know. That's why I'm saying wait.
But it's important. But for people watching, John, weather is a very vital point of backing horses.
That's what I'm saying. Dwell in the box and wait. Now it's easy for me to say people who only go in a betting shop at 9 o'clock before they go to work, can't go anywhere else. I say, well, hold your bets. Because there could be, just could be, a dramatic change in the ground. That's what bookmakers like. Changes in the ground is the best thing for bookmakers. Is what they really appreciate.
Let's go back to Billy for give us a run through.
On the body track, of course, the weather's less significant. So
let's get on with it. Let's get on with tomorrow. Let's pick some winners. Let's pick some winners and get some money off people like Jeff. Come on, let's pick some winners.
I mean, I was interested in Venetia Williams, Emperor's Choice. Really nice 6-year-old. Won a few races last year. Didn't do so well at Fontwell, I think it was, though, 3 mile, 3 furlongs recently. Interesting, she brings him back quite quickly, and in the hopes, presumably, there is some ease in the ground, because the horse is definitely a heavy ground horse. Even if it doesn't rain, I'd be interested in that one, which I think was currently about 9-1 as we came on air. That would
what
be
about Prince of Pirates? That's one I like. But
yeah, interesting coming back from a break. Nicky Henderson, Tony McCoy. It doesn't bother me at all. Horse coming back from a break and, watch the market. He's 7-1.
As a bookmaker, I mean, I know Hennessy form is always outstanding for Gold Cup form, but I mean, I think Theatre Guide's coming out very, very fast after a very, very tough race at Newbury. And that Hennessy is an astonishingly difficult, hard race for horses. So, personally, as a bookmaker in the race, and speaking as a bookmaker, I would want to be laying Theatre Guide at around about 3-1 tomorrow if I could get it.
Well, if it didn't rain, I'm really strong on this Duke of Lucca. This horse had a terrific sequence a couple of seasons ago. Everything's gone wrong. He tries for its life, and the trouble is that the handicapper never lets it off. Ran a fantastic race at Ascot under about 11-11 or 11-10 the other day. This horse, as long as the ground is good. So the key is bet Duke of Lucca if it doesn't rain. If it rains, well, look around for elsewhere. But that horse is certain to win deserves a really big win, Duke of Lucca. Consistent, runs really good races. And this, I think, has got a very, very big chance.
And Philip Hobbs is amongst the winners. He's amongst the winners this week.
8-1. Richard Johnson gets on really well with it, but they really understand. I know the Duke of Lucca people and the people who own it and all that sort of thing, and the stories that they come back with and how this and the other. It is frustrating for them, but the ground has been the key. So any of its failures, bad failures, have been on soft ground. Duke of Lucca is the one, as long as it doesn't rain.
Okay, and you're going with the Venetia Williams.
Yeah, well, I totally agree with what Jeff said about Theatre Guide. I mean, he appeared to stay in the Hennessy. It's very quick return. Can't see him winning a good race tomorrow, unfortunately. But yes, Emperor's Choice, rain or not, will be my pick.
Okay, we're going to move on to the other race that we're featuring. I think it's the 3:15. I've lost my 3:15 at Cheltenham. Your views on this one, Billy?
Oh, again, we've got a Nick Henson horse coming back from the break, Mr. Dillon, and I thought that looked had a nice 6-month break potential. Again, a 6-year-old, could be anything. I thought a big price at 10-1 as we came on. Won't mind the good ground, assuming it doesn't.
Keep saying good ground, Billy.
I know, that's the problem. That is.
Yeah.
It's a fair point. It's absolutely a valid point.
Huge problem.
Yeah.
And Thomas Crapper loves it here. 2 mile 5.
Do you think it's gone up a bit in the weights though?
It has. That's why I think that Angles Hill could really reverse the form with it. So a few pounds better off with it. It was behind Thomas Crapper last time and really staying on at the end. So I go for Angles Hill to go and reverse the form with Thomas Crapper. And you've got Sunny Hill Boy in the race, the old Grand National horse and all that. It's a cracking little heat. But Thomas Crapper, I think, as you say, maybe it's come to the end of...
Yeah, well, it's one of 128, I think, like that. It's 134, I think it might just...
extra distance, well, it's up to 3 mile from 2 mile 5. The 2 races run at Cheltenham have been 2 mile 5.
Yeah.
Bookmakers are going to struggle in this race. Five the field, I think it is. Very open race. Five the field.
It's a race you like, though, right?
A quarter of the odds. 12-runner handicap, quarter the odds. Bookmakers are going to struggle to make this race pay. So as far as the punters are concerned, this is the one you want to be getting involved in.
Right, okay. And from a selection point of view, Billy?
I've got your notes here, Peter, so I'm not quite sure what you picked, but Mr. Dillon.
What do we, obviously tomorrow as well, cross-country chase at Cheltenham. Are we for it or against it? Or
For it.
Jumping round milk bottle tops.
No, it's fantastic. Really something different.
We don't really take the wrong calls like a few years ago.
Of course they do. Of course.
Yeah.
But this sort of thing happened, and professional jockeys do it. But apparently there was an amateur race, a sort of a race that people who not riders do, and got it in, and they went the wrong way as well. And that was a charity race. They went the wrong way around the course. So you do get all that. But then horses do it at other courses, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
So Fakenham and all that sort of thing.
There was one the other day at Leicester as well.
It's lovely. It's a fantastic spectacle. And for people to go down near the fences, especially for that race, you can dart across and see 2 or 3 times and see the jumps. I think it's a terrific thing.
I agree. It is
real innovation, and well done, Glenn Farkless and people like that who sponsor it and bringing them on. Well done to them.
I agree. It is a great spectacle.
Yeah,
the bookmakers say they spin around and around and around until the favourite hits the front, and then they call it the race.
We're running out of time, but let's forward to Saturday. Obviously, all eyes will be on the new one against Sarkanda, and obviously we had the Mullins horse already beat Sarkanda. Is it a penalty kick for the new one?
Well, I wouldn't bet the new one. You always have to remember we're now early in December. All the new one wants is March. So all these horses, there is more to come from all of them. Sarkanda was giving £11 for the Danny Power. And I thought he ran a terrific race. He's a hard nut to crack. And when they're going about 7-4 on the new one, 7-4 against 2-1 against Sarkanda, I think at the value price, I'd go for Sarkanda. You're saying if you go and fancy the new one would have slaughtered Sarkanda even more at Ascot. I somehow doubt that. So I'll go along with Sarkanda just at the price.
Right. I agree Sarkanda ran a good race at them. These two horse matches tend to go with the market.
Billy?
No, I don't think either of them are 2 milers, to be honest. But I would be on Sarkanda at the price.
At the price,
And would you be influenced very, very quickly by the new one winning? Obviously, some firms are going to go crash. You know, for Cheltenham 7-2, the new one. Is your advice for Cheltenham as a sort of punter side, wait till Cheltenham? Because there's no value in taking the bet now, or would you?
No, why? It's very likely these horses are going to run a lot less now than what they used to do in the past. So maybe I would suggest that anti-post betting is actually probably better value now than it used to be in past years with horses running.
But one of the firms went short.
But you remember when my 10-to-yours went up at Newcastle and Tony McCoy got off.
7-2 it was offered.
Yeah, but he got off and he said he couldn't understand why the price had changed. He'd done nothing different that you'd expect him to be able to do, and so that they do bring in horses for virtually any reason at all. I think it's a poor race to bet on the Champion Hurdle at the moment because there's so many in it at a reasonably tight price. So I don't think
that makes it a great betting heat, John.
Okay.
That makes it a great betting heat.
He just wants
what do you want? What do you want? Sprinter Sacre in the Queen Mother Champion Chase at 6-1 on, or do you want an open Champion Hurdle? I think I'll take the second one.
Before we go, I'm going to give a horse for tomorrow. It's Ballyalton. I think it runs towards the end of the Cheltenham Cup. Yeah, and they've pulled it out a few times. They really, really rate this horse very highly. I think it won by 15 lengths at Utoxeter, and it beat a good yardstick there as well. It's already won. Billy, thank you very much indeed.
No, thank you, Peter.
For the evening, and thank you very much, Jeff, as well.
A bit of glamour to the evening.
Absolutely. And the one with the glamour is John.
And wish him the worst of luck at Cheltenham tomorrow, on the rails, dominating the rails, shouting and screaming his head off. A total bore he is.
And let's hope it's raining.
Let's hope it's raining. And his eyesight doesn't go, what price Betfair, bigger price, that's all right now.
I think he touched me.
Let's hope it really pours down tomorrow for you, Jeff.